You know what bothers me? You know what my takeaway from this is? I am so sick. I've had to hear this for my entire life. The whole like, Brady's mad, you better watch out. This doesn't mean anything. Him and going and yelling at his receivers on the sideline does not move the needle. He's a very talented quarterback. That's why he wins. If he wasn't a talented quarterback, it would make no difference how mad he was. Like it just doesn't matter. And like, he is.
Oh, go ahead.
And it's like anytime a player wins a bunch of championships or is one of the best, people are like, well, however they act must just be the perfect way to act as well. They must also have that. And it's like, no, not necessarily. Not really. That's not how that works. And he's just like freaking out on the sideline, man. It's not a good thing. It's not.
Yeah,
I don't care.
If I was going through a divorce, I'd probably be a little upset too.
If this offensive line was better, it'd be different. It's just
to piggyback off that point. I also feel that way about like in the NBA, especially. Here comes masked Booker. Here comes masked Embiid.
Untucked jersey
Kyrie.
I feel like that's a little bit more of a gag.
At one point, those players did go off with those things. But whenever there's like some modification to like their aesthetic, people are like, watch out. And I feel like 95% of the time, it like does not matter. I remember watching Masked Booker and being like, this guy, Masked Booker stinks. Masked Booker is not that good. Or like, there have been so many times where like LeBron will like look angry or something. They'll be like, oh, here it comes. And then it's like,
he's just a good player.
You know?
Like he's
just a good player all the time. But like, you know, when he's down by 10, he's always going to look a little intense. That doesn't mean he's always going to overcome double digit leads, you know. But I feel like,
I mean, you know, it's that whole like look good, feel good, play good. If you can like, you know, get yourself in a little bit of a mentality, I don't know. It can make a little bit of a difference.
It can make a little bit of a difference.
Not to the extent that people make it out to be.
Twitter freaks out whenever anybody like looks angry.
It's like, okay, like, you know, you're playing a video game, right? It's time to focus up, right? You're like sitting back in bed, you know, playing video games, and you start losing. You sit up. It's like, all right, time to lock in, right? Like,
but I don't always lock in when I do that. Half the time I do that, and then I throw a pick and Madden anyway.
Right?
You know, like
you're playing.
It doesn't mean I win.
You're playing 2K Reg. You're like, all right, boys, let's lock in. You're down. All right,
let's lock in.
And then you go down 20.
That doesn't always mean that I win. Sometimes it does, but not always.
Sometimes.